Yo, what's good, gamers, and welcome back to another video. Woohoo! I guess. So today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to beat all of the maps in Tower Defense in the new Pet Simulator update. Truthfully, it's super easy if you just have these couple of pets. So let's kind of get on into it. It's going to be basics. We're going to run through it on 2x speed, and I'm going to show you for each world. Just know that for, I would say, about 70% of this, you can do entirely free to play. You can buy these pets in the plaza. It just is how it is. But when you get to World 4, you will need to have the pay to win pet. I haven't found any strats to figure it out yet. I'm going to be actually doing that in tonight's stream, which would be last night if I post this tomorrow. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyways, so basically pre-game, you get a certain starting amount of money. This one, it's going to be 300, so I'm just going to put down a basic dart monkey, and I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to put it on 2x speed just for the sake of convenience, and we might speed it up. We'll see. But realistically, you just put down some monkeys in the first one. It's super easy, super chill. If you want to put down extra stuff, I would recommend the Shadow Griffin and the Capybara. Not the Capybara, I'm sorry. I don't even have it in this loadout. Truthfully, you don't need it for World 1 here. But it is the Dynamite Panda. I do have it right here. This one, it hits with splash damage, and you can just upgrade him. And truthfully, he'll take care of everything. The whole point and the basics to these maps are start with cheap towers so that you can get through. And then after that, upgrade to AoE hits, and then crowd control your breakables. Slow them down so that they group up so that your pandas can do mass damage to all of your stuff. So we put down the Griffin and we upgrade it. You guys will see that this stuff starts to slow down as it gets across it. It may not look like it right now because he's doing 42 damage per second right now, which is more than what the breakables have for health. Ta-da! Easy peasy. I'm going to stop doing, like, World 1. Not World 1, but, like the first world. Because, essentially, what happens is it just gets a little bit harder, a little bit harder, a little bit harder. Each one. So, I'm essentially just going to show you how to do it. It only starts to get more difficult. And you have to start worrying about the actual stuff in, like, Fantasy Farland. But we'll jump right in here in Twisted Beach. And then they start from over here. So what I'm going to show you guys is we're going to go monkey, monkey, monkey to start. We'll get it on 2x speed. It'll be fine. And then basically we're just going to go panda strat again. And then once we have enough funds, we will put down a Griffin. Get him upgraded. And then we'll get another Griffin right here. We'll set his priority to nearest. Then we'll also get another panda going here. And then he's just going to take care of the rest of our breakables. We can upgrade this one for more area. So basically it'll catch here and it'll start slowing them down a little bit sooner so that our pandas can actually get more damage and hits on them. You just gotta upgrade them a little bit more. So you can see that the radius hits multiple tracks. This is first, so whatever is first in line, this one's gonna target, where whatever one is closest to this one is gonna target. So if we get a fast one that kind of sneaks through, this one will hit whatever's close to it, rather than trying to shoot one that's way over here and in first place. Typically you can set up some towers towards the end, and those towers will, play cleanup if you have any issues, which is all fine and dandy, but we're really not going to need that. We're just going to upgrade our pandas. Pandas plus ice griffins is just the meta. And then once you get to later levels, basically the capybara is the cheap version of the dynamite panda, but it shoots faster and it does more damage. Actually, it doesn't shoot as fast. It takes twice as long, but it does, like, what is it, like 10 times, 8 times the damage, 8 to 9 times the damage, essentially, if I can do the math in my head. Then basically we're just going to keep lining this with pandas on both lines here, and they're fully upgraded. You just keep dumping them in there, If you feel like they're going to maybe get through, add another ice griffin. He'll keep slowing them down so that they can't speed up. And truthfully, you just keep upgrading your pandas until they're max. They get that range on them. Upgrade your griffins to get that range again. So you can see now this one can hit that one. So they're reaching further now. And truthfully, you can just keep setting down your dynamite pandas here because now this is going to hit closer and this is going to freeze. So they're essentially just going to do more damage and not let them get as far as fast, essentially. It's better to take them out quick than, you know, let them follow the path and go around and, you know, potentially be panicking at the end. There we go. We have victory. That's great. We got our rewards. We're going to go back to the lobby. All right, guys. Very frustrated at the moment. I don't know what big game's changed, but stuff isn't working as it was before. I've quite literally done this level like 40 times, and now I just can't seem to do it. It seems like it keeps using my lower level pets, which again doesn't make any sense to me, but that's big games for you. So it keeps trying to level like lower pets instead of prioritizing the ones that have already leveled. If you want the easy way out, obviously just buy the TNT Capybara. But outside of that, the Frost Griffin, the Monkey, the Dalmatian, and the Dynamite Panda are going to be your go-tos. Make sure you have them just all combined up, because that seems to be the issue, is that if you have low-level ones, it keeps using your low-level ones instead of your higher-level ones that you've already gotten to at this point. So Fantasy Farland, level 6. I'm going to place down a Dalmatian there, upgrade it till there. Then I'm going to put down a Monkey. We got a couple upgrades on that one. A couple upgrades with that one. Put one there. And then always watch what your priority is. Because like if this one was touching over here and what stuff was coming through, instead of tagging the stuff that's right next to and shooting really fast, it's going to start shooting over here, which isn't always a bad thing, but it can get annoying. Also going to put a Monkey here. Upgrade that one fully, because then you got the AoE, so it'll hit stuff here, and then it'll also start to hit stuff. This one should have been technically over there more. We will actually upgrade that one, so it's actually covering our butts. And then we'll get a Griffin there. This next round, we should be able to get another one. We can put there. It almost feels like they don't get their slowing effects until you upgrade about 1200 with the Griffins, but I'm not 100% certain on that. But that's just what I'm doing. Then we're going to put the Dynamite Panda over here at the end of the lane. Kind of where they're starting to clash over there. And truthfully, I want it to get big enough, the ring big enough so that it'll attack here as well. So if you can make it past this one, you should be able to make it past the rest of it. It's just that this one kind of gets a little sketchy just based on the actual amount of stuff that's coming at you. But now you should have plenty of money to just upgrade pandas and stuff right here at the end. Then we can even put a Griffin down here and then some pandas as well. And we'll go nearest, because then you have basically infinite money. So, but if you get caught up on wave 7, you can't like hold it, it's just GG's, game over, unfortunately. But now once you get this, you just basically just keep setting down pandas and upgrading them to max, and then once you get a few of those going, then just finish maxing out your Frostbite Griffins. And then you should be good for the rest of the round. But that wave 7 is where it kind of gets iffy. You guys saw I had to kind of jump down there and put a couple of those up right quick. But after that was done, I mean, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. And we'll turn that up. And then we'll get a panda over here. Get our pandas on this corner fully upgraded and maxed out. Get this guy maxed out. Then we're just going to set in a couple more pandas down here. And then truthfully, I mean, we can even upgrade this one, and you can see just the absolute radius that these frostbite griffins have. It's crazy, the range that they have. Oops, I didn't mean to put that there, but it's not gonna harm us too much. It's just gonna slow more stuff down. I meant to actually put down the dynamite panda, but just misclicked. That would probably cost you the game in the early rounds, but now, I mean, we're at a point where you basically just can't lose. You can place up to 40 units. If you get to that point and you still need stuff, I mean, there's probably a problem. But otherwise, just, you know, if you need to sell stuff, sell your monkeys. Now that you have your OP splash damage troops out there. If you want to get a little bit more fancy, you just kind of go around the edge here. You put another griffin down over here if you really want to, but just takes a little bit more time. Oh, and I already have the 40 units, so I could get rid of the monkey. Like I was saying, put down another frostbite griffin. Just kind of slow stuff down a little bit more. I mean, everything is upgradable to the max now. Upgraded to the max, I should say. We could sell this. We could put down another dynamite panda if we wanted to, but this is wave 15. And that's quite literally how you do that one. And basically it's just the same strategy. You just got to find the crowd control point and then spam that for the rest of the rounds. The strat doesn't ever change. The only difference is that you can make it, like the next ones are pretty easy in Sakura Cliff until you get to 5. And then I haven't found a way to get, you know, to finish this one out like 5 and 6 without the TNT Capybara, which is the 899 Robux pet in the shop here. It's quite literally this one. I mean, 30. Oh, it doesn't show what the exist count on them anymore, but it was like 3.6 thousand or something. Which I did the math on that. It was like 40 something thousand dollars if you converted it to Robux, and then the best Robux package to actual money. Obviously, Roblox takes a cut and all that other stuff, but just some statistics that I did in my head. But I'm gonna show you guys how to do this one. Sakura Cliff. Obviously, like I said, you're gonna need a TNT Capybara. This is basically where you cap out on your free-to-play. So it doesn't really make it, you know, not really a reason for you to continue to try to push like free-to-play if you can't finish it and get to your infinity rounds anyways. But essentially what we're going to do with this is we're just going to place down capybaras, and they're super cheap to place down is the thing. So we're going to just put those down. Then they're going to take care of all of these, and as soon as they take care of those, we're going to place down the frostbite griffin. Get him upgraded a couple times until he hits the front line there. And he'll start to do his slow effect. And then, yeah, we're letting a couple through. It's not the end of the world. Basically, we just keep upgrading. Adding capybaras, upgrading capybaras, adding capybaras, upgrading capybaras, things like that. Truthfully, it's not that difficult once you have the capybara. And if you did the rest of it free to play, I mean, this is going to just be simple sauce for you. Essentially, it just comes down to, being, like I said, being able to crowd control enough and hold them back over everything else. Because as soon as you can get them to slow down, you can find that point at which they slow down and they stop and stuff like that. Not necessarily stop, right? But like at a point where you can just spam, you know, 30 capybaras here. Truthfully, you probably don't even need the griffins if you have a bunch of capybaras right away, because they just do so much damage. Obviously, it's nice to have griffins, but you basically just spam capybaras down. Pretty centralized portion of the map is where you typically put them. I mean, you can see we have like 60,000. Now we just upgrade our capybaras to do 500 damage a second. Basically, whole map and stuff like that. And you quite literally just can't lose. Capybaras are so overpowered for 899 Robux, or I'm not really sure what they're, 1.31 billion, which is less than what I paid. They were 1.59 when I bought it, when I bought them, or bought it, I should say. It went up to like 1.83, and I was like, I'm still going to use it, I'm not going to sell it. And now they're down to 1.24 now, apparently. So, I mean, they're dropping as more people buy them, because then not as many people need them. And then, you know, people that don't want to actually spend IRL money or Robux don't have to. They can just buy stuff with their in-game gems and stuff that they earn. So truthfully, there's one pet that I really want, or even just to try and use, and that's the mechanical griffin. But it's like 30 billion because it only comes out of the dark unit egg, and you have to hatch the Titanic mechanical griffin to be able to get it. And it's just, my RNG is not good enough for that, if I'm being completely honest. So plus I don't have any Robux. But as you guys can see, I mean, this is just easy sauce once you have the TNT capybara. I know it's not free to play, it's pay to win, but it's big games. What did you really expect? And then the last level, the heaven one, heaven spiral, I think is what it's called. That one's basically the same thing. It's TNT capybara spam, and then frostbite griffins. That's all it is. I'm gonna add another couple capybaras because why not, right? I'll show you guys that one next though. Truthfully, it's really not that bad, but you probably guys won't even hear me talking right now because probably just montaging a lot of this once we see exactly how it works. But victory, screech, and then yeah, heaven spiral here though. You can't. There's not like a beating 6. Like you can keep playing it over and over if you want to, but it doesn't like do anything, right? So truthfully, realistically, you need to go here and here, and then upgrade that a couple times. Here, upgrade that a couple times, upgrade that a couple times, and then we need a frostbite griffin there and a frostbite griffin there, and then basically that's gonna be it for right this second. Oops, start round. And truthfully, I mean, you can see how fast they're coming out of there. It's crazy, it really is. So basically, as fast as you can place them to be able to cover as much area and distance as you can right off the bat, it's gonna be your best friend that way. I mean, that's a big thing. It's just getting them to stop and slow down. So all it takes is just one to get through, or you know, just a couple to get through, and I mean, it ruins your entire round. But you guys can see we're doing pretty well. As long as you keep them pretty centralized, get them upgraded, shouldn't really have many issues. I mean, we're gonna put another frostbite griffin right here on this edge because it's getting a little sketchy over there. But I mean, this is only on one times, and I mean, you guys can see how fast I'm having to place and click just to keep up with everything. So I mean, just do with that what you need to know, need to do, and all that other stuff. But essentially, once we get all these upgraded fully, we shouldn't really have much of that issue anymore. Ta-da! Just like that. I mean, we beat every world to the best of our abilities. Obviously, most free to play. The last 2 worlds are pretty pay to win. It is what it is. Clan wars, it's big games. Not much more you can expect. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If this helped you, make sure to leave a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Would super appreciate it. But with that said, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, night, afternoon, whatever time it might be for you, because you guys are awesome, amazing, beautiful individuals. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Whoosh.